Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of A Touch of Evil and the Unspeakable Horror, where we're just about to start episode 7, but not before we take a trip to Catweazle's cock-up corner. Yes, made a bit of an error last turn. Couple of things against me, couple of things for me. Okay, what did I do wrong? Well, it was mainly during the battle between the Scarlet Shadow and the Fallen. What happened first was we are actually in the red zone. We are in the red zone of the Shadow track, and the good old Unspeakable Horror has a ability called oh no, not Human Sacrifice, we'll get to that in a minute, of Last Hope. And what happens when a hero is in a fight against an Unspeakable Horror minion and the Shadow track is in the red, that minion gets +1 fight dice. And I didn't give the Fallen +1 fight dice. So we're going to give it +1 fight dice now. Only one, because I'll explain why in a second. And it missed. So good stuff. So no change there. Now, the reason we're only giving it 1 is because actually we only needed to fight it in that first round. We got 2 6s, remember? That would have killed the Fallen. It didn't have 3 wounds, it only had 2. I was getting it mixed up with the Betrayer. So we actually killed it in that first fight round, which means this wound token, because it missed on that additional hit die that I should have given it, this wound comes off the Scarlet Shadow. He has no wounds. He killed it in the first round and the Fallen completely whiffed. So there we go, that's fixed. So just to quickly go through that, we rolled for during the first fight round Scarlet Shadow during the Fallen versus the Fallen, and we killed it because we got 2 6s. And then it rolled to see if it would fly away, get out of the way, and if you recall, it missed. So that was brilliant. So we did get the 2 hits on it and kill it. Therefore, we didn't have to have the second fight round. However, I did diddle it because it should have had an extra hit die because the Shadow trap was in the red. We've just rolled that hit die, it missed. So we can take that wound, which the Scarlet Shadow got in the second fight round, because it was already dead. Right, so you with me? Great stuff. What was the other thing I got wrong? When we got the murder card, the ability Human Sacrifice means that we should have rolled a d6. On a 4+, a Crimson Hand goes to the same place as the investigation. Remember, the investigation ended up over there at the shipwreck. So we're going to roll a die. And if we get a 1, 2 or 3, brilliant. We get a 5, but no matter, because the Crimson Hand are going all the way over here to the shipwreck. So I don't really give a hoot. So they can stay over there and drown for all I care. Brilliant. Right, so having having done all of those corrections, we can get back to the actual game and episode 7. So let's move into the hero phase, and our first player is going to be Inspector Cooke. And welcome to the hero phase and Inspector Cooke, who's there at the blacksmith. So first thing we've got to do is we've got to roll a die for his movement. Come on, Inspector Cooke. Let's have some movement. A 6, that is more like it. Top banana. Now he is going to go to the manor. So him and Sophie, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the manor. And yes, that is the lair of the Unspeakable Horror. We're not going to start a showdown or anything like that because we're woefully underprepared. So he moves to the manor. He's also got absolutely no investigation whatsoever. So we'll zoom in on the manor and we will have a manor encounter. And here we are at the manor with the manor deck. So, crappy shuffle time. And then we'll do a cut and see what we get. we get, what's this? The cross. Ooh, looks good. Item ward holy. Any vampire, ghost or demon. Ooh, and the Unspeakable Horror is a demon. You are fighting as -1 fight dice, a minimum of 1. So that's going to take 1 off his 14. Discard to prevent 1 wound to any hero or town hall elder in your space, including yourself. Get back, you devil. So that is a good find, that cross. It could help keep Sophie with us for a while. So we'll give that to Inspector Cooke. Remember, we don't really have to worry about the amount of items he has, because he has the wooden chest from the not the monastery, it was the windmill, wasn't it? So he can carry loads of items with that chest. Alright, so oh, apologies, the sun's come out for a change, so apologies for the glare over the board. Oh, it's alright, it's gone now. It's Manchester, it doesn't stay out long. Okay, so that is it for Inspector Cooke. Nothing else for him to do. Next up is the Scarlet Shadow, who is down at the abandoned keep. And here we are with the Scarlet Shadow. Now, we need some good movement here. Come on, Mr. Shadow. And we get a 5. Woo! So, we should be able to get some movement there. Pity we didn't roll a 6, because then we could have gone anywhere using his ability. But let's move that out of the way. And where is he going to go? So 1, 2, 3, 4. He can actually get to the blacksmith. So we're going to go to the blacksmith. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 to the town hall. And you can see his last movement into the blacksmith in a moment. And he's still got 1 movement point left, so he gets to the blacksmith. Now he's going to buy stuff, because he's got loads of money. He's got 14 investigation. So let's have a look at the items at his command. So, not horses. I think he's actually going to take... Ooh, the Book of Town History. +1 cunning. When you have this item, it costs you 1 investigation less to look at the secrets of the town. The reason I'm thinking of buying this is he could give it to Anne-Marie and she would get +2. So that's a possibility. Torch. Pistol, we already have got 1. There's a Book of Law as well. That would give her +2. +2 honour as well. Discard or to immediately move the shadow strat 1 step closer or away from darkness, your choice, or to cancel a mystery card. So the Book of Law is interesting as well. Padded jacket, militia soldier, yeah. Allies always useful, but we do have a musket at 9, which is +2 combat, best gun money can buy, which would really help him out. And he could hand off the pistol crossbow to somebody, like Anne-Marie. She can use a pistol crossbow, I believe. May only be used, this is the silver shot, while using a gun in a fight. Well, he's got a pistol crossbow, hasn't he? So that wouldn't count. But your fight dice rolls of 6 cause 2 hits each, which would be good. But it's a bit expensive. So, have to have a bit of a think here. What are we going to get? And can I buy 2? Could I buy those 2 books? Just going to have to check something in the rules. Won't be a moment. Hello, I'm back. So is the sun. Very nice. Look at it there. Ooh, the sun is back. Right. Okay. I think he can buy 2 if he can afford it. So he's going to pay 10. Now, the reason why he's buying these 2 books rather than anything else like the musket is we do get, because if we give these to Anne-Marie, she will get +4 combat, along with the +2 she's already got from the Scroll of Knowledge. That's +6 combat. So I think this is the good play. So he's going to buy these. Remember, when we do start a showdown, we can exchange cards. Fantastic. Now, there is carrying limits, but I believe for, for the Shadowbrook board and town items, it's 3. So these are the first 2. So this is brilliant. The only other thing he's got is a pistol crossbow, and that came from the abandoned keep. It's not a town item. So I think he's well within the carrying limit. Similarly, Anne-Marie will be in the carrying limit because all of her items, you know, the oath, the scroll, the coachman, they're from the Echo Lake board. So I think she'll be fine getting these. But for the time being, they are the Scarlet Shadows. So he's got +2 on her, giving him 8 on her, and +1 cunning. Now, I don't think we're going to be discarding any of those. We might discard them in a showdown, perhaps. But as it stands, we're going to look to give those to Anne-Marie, and she'll have +6 combat dice. And remember, we've got Battle Fury. So, as I was talking about the last episode, we've really got to make that first showdown fight round count. With Battle Fury, we've got a couple of re-rolls. So even if we roll a shed load of dice and make balls of it, we've got a re-roll. So at least we might be able to run him close if we get lucky. Okay, right, so we've still got to draw an event because we're on the blacksmiths. Now what we could do with here is a bleeding decent event instead of all the crap that we've been getting, to be frank. So let's do a cut. And again, upside down. What's happened here? On endurance, thought it was entourage again. Play immediately. Play this card on any hero. It remains in play and they get an extra wound. Who are we going to give an extra wound to? I think the Scarlet Shadow, because he is he's a good fighter. So we'll give it him. So he now has 4 wounds, which is good. And we are going to have to try and heal Inspector Cooke though, somehow. Yeah, he's at the manor at the moment. He needs some investigation, otherwise he won't be able to heal. So, yeah, we have to think up something there. But I don't think giving him that endurance, that'd just give him, you know, he'd still have 2 wounds on him. So what we need to do is really get him healed up just before we call the showdown. We'll have to get him some investigation somehow, get him down to the doctor's office. Or he might have to take a trip to the inn. I don't know. We'll have to do something. Right, anyway. So that is it for the Scarlet Shadow. He got a decent event. So hurrah, about time we got one. One that'd help out in a showdown. That's it for him. Next up is Anne-Marie, and she is at the monastery. And here we are with Anne-Marie. Actually, I was just gonna send her through the secret passage then. She is gonna go through the secret passage, so we'll pay for that now. But obviously she still has to roll because she might get a 1 and an event. We could do with a 1. Come on. 2. Ooh. Now that'd be 4 movement with our friend the coachman, but we're using the secret passage anyway, and we're gonna go across to the manor. So I'll see you in the manor in a moment. And here we are with Anne-Marie at the manor. The only place that's getting a bloody load of sunlight on it. Bloody typical. Rest of the board, it's fine. Oh, is the sun going in? No, it's coming out even stronger. Okay, so she's got to the manor now. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the encounter first, because she may get an item. If she does, then we've got an opportunity to do a bit of swapsies with Inspector Cooke there. So give it a crappy shuffle, and then we'll do an equally crappy cut. And let's hope we get something decent. Come on. Book of Riddle, another book. Yes! Get in! So, +1 cunning again. Once per fight round, you may pay 3 investigation to add your cunning to your combat for a single attack. Well, it'd be nice if we had some investigation. We don't, but at the same time, this is +2 fight dice for her. Let's just have a quick look. So she's currently got +4 because she's got the Scroll of Knowledge as well. A combat of 2, which is 6. And if she gets the other 2 books from the Scarlet Shadow, she will have 10 combat dice. So, yeah, Mr. Unspeakable Horror, who's only got 13 now, remember, because the cross puts him down 1. Ha 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 ha! We've got somebody nearly as powerful as you, kid. So there you go. Brilliant stuff. Now, are we going to swap some stuff? I think we are. Because I think so. Just checking her carrying limit, she's fine. She's got a monastery item, a manor item, and an inn item. So, just checking what the inspector's got. The Inspector's got a town item, which is a pistol. So he's going to give her the pistol, and that'll give her 11 fight dice, because she can use pistols. Yeah, she can't use muskets or things like that, but she can use a pistol, I believe. So that'll give her an extra fight dice. Anne-Marie's going to win this on her own. May not use gun items except the pistol. So there you go, she can use the pistol. I was thinking about giving her the pistol crossbow, but that says just the pistol, so good job that Inspector Cooke found a pistol. Well, bought one. So that is excellent news, fantastic. Okay, so we're not going to swap anything else, I don't think. And things are looking up. I was a bit down yesterday, as you could tell. But like I said, you know, all you need is a good turn. And getting this amount of oomph for Anne-Marie, as long as we can get the Scarlet Shadow to the manor, then that'll be excellent news. It's a real pity that Inspector Cooke is stuck with those two. He's got those two wounds. It might be a case of we get him to give all his stuff away, and Inspector Cooke dies a noble death while the Scarlet Shadow and Anne-Marie try and carry it into the end zone for us. Okay, but yes, good stuff. But saying that, you know, we could be in real trouble shortly, because this is the end of the hero phase and we've still got the mystery phase. I'll see you in the mystery phase. And here we are at the good old mystery phase. Let's set up a, where are they? A summoning circle. That'll be going somewhere soon. But first of all, minion movement. We do have a Crimson Hand and we do have a Fallen, but unless the mystery card tells us to move them, they don't move because their minion chart says they do not move during the mystery phase. So they stay put for the time being. Next up, it would be reviving any knocked out heroes. Well, for a change, nobody's been knocked out yet, but it's still early in the mystery phase. Other than that, what else have we got to do? Oh yes, if the Unspeakable Horror had any wounds on him, we would be healing him up, but he hasn't, so we don't have to do that. So it's straight on to his special ability, which is the end time. So we've got to place this summoning circle, and that means we grab a lair card from up here, and we do a cut, and let's see where it's going. To the barracks, which is over on the coast board in Tidewater. So we will place that over there, pop that back, pop that there, and there's the summoning circle, and it goes to the barracks. Now, is it going to get a minion with it? We have to roll a die. So pick a die up. If we get a 1, 2, 3, we don't put anything down. Anything over a 3, we have to put something down. A 6, so we are putting down a Crimson Hand. That is bad. The reason is it's right next to the town square. So if we do get some movement, it's going to go right into the town square, and we're going to get Shadow Trap movement, which is a bit of a bummer. But as it stands, we've got a Crimson Hand up there in the barracks. Okay, they're infiltrating the barracks. Oh, we're getting to the crux of it. Okay. So that is the summoning ritual done. Pop that back up there. And next up, it's the good old Advanced Cooperative Mystery Phase chart. Brilliant. Got to roll 2 dice. We don't want March of Darkness. Oh, we nearly got March of Darkness. We got 7. Yes, we got Surge of Evil, which I don't think is much better. Roll once on the villain's minion chart and work out the result. If it is a minion, or if the villain attacks, draw a random location for placement. Ugh. Right, so I don't think, looking at the minion chart, Corruption Madness is an event, so that's not a minion. And I don't think anybody gets attacked. Summoning Ritual we've already done, that's not an attack. So really, it's just if we get a 4, 5 or 6. We can ignore the rest because they're events, I believe. Let's just check. Surge of Evil, roll once on the villain's minion chart and work out the results. If it is a minion or if the villain attacks. So if it's an event, tufty. We don't have to do it. So we'll take this 2. Take this 2 and we roll a 3. Yes, we don't get a minion. Brilliant stuff, because 2 or 3 is a summoning ritual. Whew, we got away with that one. I think that's right. Yep. Top banana. So we didn't have to place anything, which is unusual. That's a really decent comeback from the mystery phase chart there. That's well odd. Okay, right, but we're still not out of the woods yet because yes, we have the mystery deck. So here it is, and let's see what we get. Come on, something not too bad. A time for sacrifice. This doesn't sound good. Mystery Hysteria. Every hero must immediately discard an item or ally. If the shadow track is in the red, those discarded cards are also removed from the game. We all have to make sacrifices. Damn it! Oh, every hero, isn't it? Oh, cobblers. Hang on, I'll be back in a minute with what I've decided. And I'm back. It's quite an easy choice in the end. It's quite straightforward. So, what's Inspector Cooke getting rid of? Well, he's getting rid of the wooden chest. As it is, he hasn't got a great deal of stuff anyway, and we're getting near the end of the game. So that was quite an easy one. The wooden chest has gone, and that's out of the game now. So it doesn't get shuffled back into the windmill deck or anything like that. The only really bad one was the Scarlet Shadow, because the Scarlet Shadow had to get rid of an item or an ally, didn't have any allies, which left him with the 2 books and the pistol crossbow. And we've got rid of the pistol crossbow, which is a real bummer. But I want those books. I want those books for Anne-Marie and the +2 combat that she's going to get off them. It hampers the Scarlet Shadow, and it's a real pain, but the card is a real pain. He's got Entourage, he's got Endurance, and he's got Magistrate's Mandate as well, but they're event cards. We can't get rid of those. So it was the books or the pistol crossbow. We've got rid of the pistol crossbow. Anne-Marie, she says to the coachman, again, bad news, but we're not planning on moving around a lot more now. He is an ally, would have been useful for you go first, but I want to keep those books. The other thing she's got, I want her to keep the pistol as well because it's an extra combat for her. And the Oath of the Hunter is not an item, I don't believe. No, it's an oath, so we can't get rid of that. Plus the fact I want to keep the wound that we get for that. So she's kept the Scroll of Knowledge and the Book of Riddles, the pistol and the Oath of the Hunter. And it's the coachman who has got to go. That's just the way it is. So that was a bit of a pig of a mystery card, but they all are, to be honest. It could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. So we'll put that over there. And what a bummer. But at least the shadow track didn't move. So you've got to look on the bright side, haven't you? How did it go this turn? Well, assuming you haven't made some calamitous error somewhere, which I probably have, it went very well. The reason is getting those books. Finally, we had a few good card draws. We ended up with 3 books that turn. That is +6 combat as soon as we give those to Anne-Marie. So that is excellent. She's got a pistol that she got from Inspector Cooke as well. So that's excellent. That's an extra +1. As I say, she's on 11 combat dice now. So that is superb. She's got an extra wound that she gets from the Oath of the Hunter. So she is a beast. The unfortunate thing, Scarlet Shadow lost his pistol crossbow, but he's still, you know, he can linger at the blacksmiths. We can take a chance, linger at the blacksmiths. He still has 4 investigation. Is there anything he can get for 4? I don't think there is, actually. Charm, relic, healing herbs, torch. Oh, pistol's 5, damn it. So he's just short of being able to get something. Perhaps, you know, he can move to the manor as well, and let's, you know, if our luck continues on the card draws, he may draw a weapon. But yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. I would have preferred him to have a weapon. Can't really get one from anywhere else unless Anne-Marie... I suppose Anne-Marie could give him the pistol. It'd help him out. And she's already got... you know, she'll still have 10 fight dice. So perhaps she'll hand the pistol over. And that'll help. The bad thing about losing the pistol crossbow was it was also +1. Oh no, the... pistol's +1 combat as well. So, was it +1 cunning or something? I think it was something like that. In fact, I've still got it here. Let's have a look. Yeah, she got +1 cunning with it as well. But, never mind. Okay, so that was good. Bad news is Inspector Cooke. I can't see how we're going to get those 2. Oh, did I see healing herbs? Perhaps... he could linger and get some healing herbs and then give the healing herbs. Discard at any time, except during a fight round, to heal 2 wounds from any single hero in your space, including yourself. We may buy this. Then we can get those 2 wounds off Inspector Cooke. So I think we will try that. So yes, so there's a plan. There's a plan for you. Give the pistol from Anne-Marie back to the Scarlet Shadow. The Scarlet Shadow linger at the blacksmith, buy the healing herbs, then he can hightail it to the manor, heal Inspector Cooke, and then we're ready to go. Always assuming, of course, that we don't lose any wounds in the meantime for other crap, which is highly unlikely in this game. The other good thing about this turn is we stayed on 6 on the shadow track. That is really good news. We dodged it on the summoning circle again, and oh no we didn't, we got a crimson hand, but near the end of the game, don't care. The mystery face chart, we got away with that one. Whew, we did get away with that one. Fortunately, his minion chart means that if we roll a 1, 2 or 3 on that particular card, we get away with it because they're just events. So brilliant stuff. And okay, is there anything else to chat about? I don't think so. Oh, we lost the coachman and a few bits and bobs through that terrible mystery card at the end, but again, not too bad there. Only the pistol crossbow is a bit of a downer. Other than that, brilliant. Getting all those books, just amazing. But I think we will have to crack on. I'll consider about the healing herbs. I might just move him from the blacksmith into the manor, as I say, and just go for it, because I don't think it's going to get any better. The longer we leave it, just gives the game more chance to be a pain in the ass, and I think it's about as good as we're going to get. So I think poor old Inspector Cooke is going to have to go into a fight with 2 wounds on him, but I'm sure he'll be delighted to take one for the team. Okay, right, so that is it for episode 7 of A Touch of Evil and the Unspeakable Horror. I hope you will join me for episode 8, but thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the subscriptions, for all the likes, for all the dislikes, and for all the help and support. It really is appreciated. Thank you very much. For anybody who's gone across to Board Game Links to upvote the site, thank you. Similarly, anybody else who has gone across to BGG, like the threads over there, made any comments, drop Geek Gold, like them, whatever, thank you. And there's something else I normally... Oh, mistakes. Yeah, if I've made a mistake, please let me know, and I will try and rectify it for next turn if I can. So, and thanks to those who've been pointing out mistakes. yeah, we've managed to catch them all, so no harm done. So we're getting there, we're chugging. Excellent news. And other than that, I think that is it. Oh, one more thing. I got a little package today, and from Tristan Hall of Hall or Nothing Productions, and he sent me this is like a prototype of his new game, St Elmo's Pay, and I've said I'll do a little run through of it. It's actually on Kickstarter at the moment, and he sent me this, so I'll have to read the rules. It's very similar to 1066 Tears for Many Mothers, and I must hold my hands up and apologise. I do have that game, and I haven't played it yet because I've been mega busy. So, in fact, Tristan was saying, he says, oh, it's very similar. Very similar to 1066, you know, similar mechanisms, you'll get into it fine. I didn't have the heart to tell him that I hadn't actually opened 1066 Tears to Many Mothers. So, what I'm going to do, after I finish this, I will do a quick run through of that, but I'm going to have to bone up very quickly on the rules and, and show you a quick playthrough of it. He is a fellow Mancunian, he's from Manchester, so he's just run it along for me and said, would I do it? And I said, of course I will. I have actually backed it myself. And, oh yes, and in the interests of full disclosure, he did say that if I did a quick little run through of it, he would give me a free playmat. So, but I'll make that clear when I go through it. I'll make that clear that I've been bribed with a free playmat. So, to take all my comments with a pinch of salt, and whether I like it or not, I'm getting a free playmat for it, so good stuff. But I've actually paid full price for the actual game on Kickstarter, I'll point out. It's only the playmat that's free. Alright, anyway, enough of that. So I'll be playing that after I finish this. Then I might do another horror game that I've had on my shelf for ages, and I really do want to play it. There are a few problems with it. It's a little hard. I may use a few house rules. And that game is Lobotomy. It's an excellent game, but it's so difficult. It's so difficult that I think it's a little unbalanced, so I may use a few house rules with it. But it is an excellent game, and there are quite a few playthroughs out there. The Lonesome Gamer's done a couple. I think Doug Herring's done one, and it's well worth having a look at those playthroughs. It is a good game. It's just a little hard. I mean, I'd say it's harder than Arkham Horror, and that's a pretty hard game. So hopefully I'll get Lobotomy to the table as well, and because I think we'll finish this before October the 31st. As I say, I think I may even go for the showdown next turn. So we'll see. It'll be a few days. So sorry, Marina. You're going to have to wait, because I will be in work on shifts for the next few days. So it'll probably be mid next week before I actually get to Touch of Evil again. Then, as I say, I'll do a quick playthrough of St Elmo's Pay, the new game from Hall or Nothing Productions, Tristan Hall. Big shout out, Tristan, fellow Mancunian. And then I may try and get Lobotomy on the board just before Halloween. After that, I think it's going to be Arkham Horror again. So we'll move to another scenario, and I think we're going to do Catweazle Uteus, I think he's called, and with all the dust cards and everything, and he's really tough. He's very tough. So we'll have a really tough game of Lobotomy, and we'll follow that with a really tough game of Arkham Horror. Okay, right, anyway, back to A Touch of Evil. Thank you so much for watching. As I've already said, the time has come to wish you ta-ta, and I'll see you in the next episode. Toodaloo.